Hello vegan adventurers, welcome to another exciting adventure from Mallorca, Spain. Today we're gonna do our first hiking loop in Tramuntana mountains, so let's get into the vlog. As we're driving from our accommodation to Tramuntana mountains, you can see the road is really narrow and there are fences on the side, which is a typical for this culture here. Once we got up into the mountains, it seems like there was pretty nice nature here. Alright, it's 1:25. We just parked our car here where people start hiking. We're just gonna follow this GR221 long distance hiking route and hopefully make a loop around, also following the Maps.me application. And straight after setting off, we notice we are walking again in between the fences of private properties. So I really hope that it's not gonna be like this all the time, otherwise I really don't like the hiking in Mallorca. I was really hoping that here high in the mountains it's gonna be different without the fences, but as you can see it's the same. So after 10 minutes of walking through one property, we had to cross to another property through this gate. So I'm not sure what is the point of these fences. There is not even any animals here. And here I stumbled upon this tropical looking fruit, but once I tasted it, it didn't taste really good. So it might be even poisonous, but it looks really good. So I'm talking bad about Mallorcan or Spanish culture and the private properties and fences, but at least we don't have to freeze in Slovakia and Serbia, where right now it's around 2 degrees during the day and it gets dark at around 4. And right now here it gets dark 5:30 to 6. So we have 2 more hours of sunshine and I'm without a shirt. For the life. After about half an hour of hiking through nice forests, we got to this house where was also these pools of water. Here I see they're planting more trees, which are probably olive trees that can withstand these droughts. It would be great if they can plant more fruit trees like oranges. And here we see another rocky structure, which I thought was for collecting the rainwater, but it was raining so much these days and there is no water there. And here we went from the crossroad to this viewpoint, which was only a few minutes away, and we got this amazing view of the Tramuntana mountains with this valley down here. So I don't know the names of any of these peaks as this is our first time here, but I'm sure we'll get to know the surroundings as we hike more here. And down here in the valley we can even see some big building, which is probably some temple or something, and I think there is even a hike to it. And we can also see some amazing high cliffs on these mountains, which must be great for rock climbing. We got on the crossroad, so we're gonna keep going direction to this place called Benifaldo, which should be 45 minutes. And we see there is this high fence going right through the middle of woods. I don't see a point of it, but we have to cross it through this ladder, which is just ridiculous. I've never seen it anywhere else in the world. Here we met some mushroom pickers who are picking the mushrooms that only grow in wet and warm weather. Here we got to another crossroad where we can either go straight and continue to that hill that you can see in front of us, which should take at least an hour, hour and a half, and then we have to come back pretty much the same way, or we can go on the right and make a loop, which sounds more interesting and would take less time. We decided to go down with the road on the right, making a loop, and we got to this nice stream and a lush environment here. And here the path is ascending up again, and we see the hill that we're wanting to hike on the other side. We're just having a lunch. I'm having rice with curry from yesterday, eggplant, potato and carrot. So pretty much it's the same thing. Also some vegetables and soy sauce. And as we're eating lunch, we noticed there are some wild goats on the slopes of the hill. Just finished eating lunch and now we're gonna go down to the valley and then hopefully around the other way. So we didn't make it on the hill, but we're gonna have another adventure. And when you think that there is no point on putting the fence around this rocky mountainous area where you can't plant anything, there is no really trees growing here to cut them, there it is, there is another fence going through, and there is even a hole through it, so it's not like they keep the animals here. It's, I don't know for what reason, it's the privatization, the greediness of people who really don't like this culture. Now the hike starts to be even more interesting. We have these nice views of this rocky canyon in front of us, and we started descending with this path that was very rocky and technically difficult. Here we descended down to the valley where the path was even more bushy, which indicates not many people hike here. And here we got to this spring where should be another hiking path on the left, but as you can see it's pretty overgrown because now it's the most rain and the plants just pushed out and not many people hike here. And we also got some sunshine, which was really nice as it was getting later and colder. We got another crossroads, so you can either go here on the right and make a shorter loop or go here left to make a longer loop. But I think we have more time and the road looks pretty good, so we're gonna choose this one.
I tried to give away all I had. My mind was full of my mistakes.
And here we got to yet another stupid, pointless barbed wire fence separating the properties. And here it seems like some people had enough of crossing over these fences all the time and they just destroyed it here. And I would be the same if I was living here all the time. Just crossing these fields to hike in nature, just ridiculous. Especially here high in the mountains, the nature should be for people to enjoy and not separated by fences, everything all the time. And if you look closely, there are some animals grazing here, which is again the destruction of forests, and the reason why this fence is here is mostly because of animal agriculture, because people eat meat. But again, there is a hole here so the animals can get out, so I don't see a reason why they put these dangerous barbed wire fences here. Is it just a culture or what the hell is it? Now we connected to some other path that was more bushy and technical than we expected, so it took us more time to cross here.
I feel there's something that is, I feel there's something that is.
So looking at GPS, I think we're hiking on the other side of this hill, and then we went around through the valley and came back here. So it's probably possible to just cut it through and descend down here, but I think it's steeper than it looks. Now we're walking through this valley, following this mountain range on the right, which will soon turn left, and then we'll have to cross it up the steep hill to get back to the main road. Okay, it's 4:30, we have about 1 hour till sunset, and the path keeps going on the left, but we need to go on the right to get back to our car. So now we started ascending. We have about 300 meters of elevation till the main road, and it should take about 1 hour according to the GPS. Here we got out of the forest onto this path that was zigzagging up the steep hill, and on the other side we got a view of another hill that later got lightened up with the sunset. So looking at the sunshine on the opposite hills, we wish we were there, but maybe we're gonna make the sunset if we hurry up to the top. So now we got up almost to the top, but unfortunately the sunset is still behind the rocks there, but we still got amazing view here of the surrounding area, the hills with incredible rock formations, and in the distance I think we can see another island, Mallorca, which has also nice mountains. Somewhere down there near those small hills we have accommodation, and we actually did a little hike on those hills, which you can check out on our channel. So now we got even higher, and I think if we got here 10 minutes ago you would see the sunset, but we still got amazing colors of the sky with these spectacular mountains here. And now Now we got over the top and we have another 700 meters of descent to the parking. So hopefully we can make it before the darkness. And here we entered into the forest again and it got pretty dark here, so we had to turn on the mobile lights. Thanks vegan adventurers for watching our first hike in Tramuntana mountains. Even though we're a little bit disappointed with the whole fences and private properties situation, even up here, the nature was still preserved quite good and we got some amazing views. Plus we made an epic loop, so we didn't have to go the same way back. So stay tuned for more adventures like this from Mallorca, Spain. And as always, stay healthy
and stay adventurous.
They just don't